Hello, welcome. I am so excited to be here with you today doing this free workshop for you. Today, we are going to be chatting about how to get more sales for your business without sacrificing that family time over the holidays. And the reason I'm so excited to come on and share this with you is because I, for many years, went through this vicious cycle where I would set these humongous New Year's goals in life, in health, in fitness, and business. And I would go into the year super pumped, crazy, working like crazy towards these goals. And as the year went on, that would kind of trail off a little bit. And then I would find myself around this time of year as the holidays were approaching, kind of coasting to the end of the year. And I always told myself the story that the reason that I didn't have the time to put into my business this time of year is because I didn't want to sacrifice that family time, those memories, all of that amazing stuff going on during the holidays. I didn't want to sacrifice that for my business. I wanted to make sure that I was spending the time with my kids, spending the time with my family, especially out of town relatives. And I realized, especially in hindsight, that was actually just an excuse I was using, because it wasn't like I was spending any more or less time with them. I was just using it as a mental reason to be able to check out and just not work my business as intently. And the real problem with this is I would find myself on January 1st or January 2nd, coming back to my business. I usually take a whole bunch of time, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, for goal setting and planning and all of that. And I would find myself sitting down those days and looking at where my business numbers were for the last couple of months and being like, what happened? Like, I totally lost all of my momentum. Yup. Yeah. I got groceries. I have a little one in the background, so please pardon any interruptions. So being like, I totally lost all the momentum that I had worked so hard throughout the entire year to build up. I lost those in the last 2 to 3 months of the year because I took my foot off the gas. And the thing is, we don't want to sacrifice that family time. We don't want to lose those memories. You're not going to get that back, but it also, you are not going to have that successful business if every single year, a third or a quarter of the year, you are spending coasting, and you are spending losing your momentum. So that is what I am going to share with you today, is how I have changed my mentality about this and just some things that I have done and put into place so that I don't lose that momentum. Yes, Reese?
There's a different move on it. I don't.
Okay, well, can you change it right now, please? Because I need to finish this, remember? So let's dive in. So the first thing I want to share with you is something about urgency. So we create urgency by setting really big goals, and goals are not necessarily meant to be reached. They are meant to stretch you. And when I changed this philosophy and mindset about goals, because I used to set goals that I knew that I could very easily achieve because it made me feel good. And I have struggled with perfectionism through most of my life. I would call myself a recovering perfectionist. So I totally get that. And if I didn't hit a goal, I would feel like a failure. And it wasn't that I needed to just keep setting these small goals that were keeping me in place and were allowing me the excuses that I would make, especially towards the back end of the year and the holidays. I needed to change the way that I thought about goals. Goals create urgency. Big goals create urgency. And I want to read this quote to you because this really struck me and stood out to me and was something that completely changed the way that I thought about all of this. So a higher rate of urgency does not imply ever-present panic, anxiety, or fear. It means a state in which complacency is virtually absent. And that is what realizing that there was a difference between negative pressure, setting big goals, and then putting negative pressure and stress on myself because I wasn't near those goals was very different than setting those big goals and using those goals to do more action in a time that I normally would have been just kind of laying back, right? So urgency, what urgency does for you and your business is number one, urgency creates focus. Because if I am sitting down looking at my calendar and saying, you know what, I am going to sign 5 new clients this week, that is a very different kind of work and kind of focus. So I still am going to say, like, I only am going to work for like 2 hours right now in this 2-hour block. Or maybe you're like, I work a 6-hour day, whatever it is that you have time for your business. If I am sitting down looking at that same time slot, going into it being like, well, like, if I get a sale or 2 this month, that's great, but like, it's fine, whatever. I'll just kind of start again in January, versus sitting down and looking at my calendar and being like, okay, this week, my goal is 6 sales. When I go into that work time, I am going to have a very different level of focus if I have a goal to make 6 sales this week versus like, whatever happens will happen. And I'll just be happy with whatever clients decide to come my way. So that focus is so important. I know you've had those times where you sit down to work and you're like, wow, I got so much done. I was so focused. I stayed right on track. And you've also had those times where your whole work time slips by and you're like, I don't even know what I did. I like clicked around on some tabs on my browser. That is focus. Urgency also breeds creativity. So if you have a goal of 6 sales, 6 new clients this week, or whatever I had said, 5 new clients this week, that is going to make you kind of get out of the box. If doing what you did last week and the week before and the week before that only brought you like maybe 1 or 2 new clients for that whole time period, and you're like, I am going to assign 5 new clients this week, you're going to have to do something different. It makes you get creative about the time that you are spending and what you are doing in your business. So maybe the tactics that you're using right now are not closing clients. Maybe the tactics that you are using are not getting enough new people to talk to and to put eyes on what it is that you're putting out. Maybe you have been relying on social media marketing, and that creative spark that urgency gives you is like, hey, maybe I need to start trying some other marketing. Maybe I need to do some email marketing. Maybe I need to do more like face-to-face, like business to business marketing. So it's going to help you think outside the box. Maybe you're like, hey, like this workshop is pretty cool. Like maybe I'm going to try something like that to like add more value to my potential clients first. So it really helps you to have that creativity in your business. The last thing that urgency creates is intensity. Intensity, or you can also think about it as energy. Because again, if you're like, I am going to sign 5 new clients this week, that energy that you have to show up with to show people how excited you are to work with them is very different than like, I'm just going to kind of sit here and like, just chill out. And like, I'm going to go through a couple motions in my business, but like, if I sign somebody, that's great. And if not, like, maybe it'll happen next week and maybe it won't. Like, you can see how that intensity and that energy is so different. The thing is, people feel that. People feel that energy when you are talking to them. I know I have started doing a lot of stuff, sending people voice memos because they can hear my excitement and my energy come across. It's part of why I love doing these live in-person workshops, because you can feel my energy, you can feel my intensity, and most people don't have that. Most people they want to surround themselves with that. So create that intensity, create that energy by setting those big goals for yourself. So next, let's chat a little bit about focusing on your damn self. Let's talk about this. So one of my mentors, this quote was something that he actually created. Your outward success is an expression of your inward growth. Your outward success is going to hit a cap. It's going to hit a limit based on how much you are growing yourself personally and with like business skills and all of that. If you are sitting back and not growing yourself, you are also not going to have that success on the outside. And just to dive a little bit deeper into this. So I think we've all heard like, oh, like morning routine. And I am like adding a morning routine to my life has been so powerful and so pivotal. I 100% know I would not have that success that I have seen without my morning routine, because that was giving me that time to focus on myself. It was giving me that time for that inward growth to happen. But what I have found is even more powerful is what I have started doing is literally bookending my work time with what I call my heart routine and my harmony routine. And my heart routine in the morning is, and when I say in the morning, so I should actually say before I start work. When I sit down at my desk, I do my heart routine, whether that is at 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm not a morning person. I am rarely up and working at 5 a.m. in the morning, but maybe that's what time you right now in this season of life when you are getting the most hustle done. So whether that's at 5 a.m. or 9 a.m. or 6 p.m., when I sit down to get into work for that day, whatever time that is, I do my heart routine. And that heart routine has things in there to remind me of my vision, remind me of where I'm going, what my purpose is, why I'm pushing so hard. It has all the mindset work, shifting my perspective, all of that. So that happens literally right before I start putting work into my business, because I know that if I do it right then, right before, and start that day, bookend that day at the beginning with that stuff, that then the energy that I have, all of the people that I meet, that I'm talking to, any rejection that might come my way, because let's face it, if you're a business owner, you are probably hearing people tell you no. And if you aren't talking to enough people, you aren't inviting enough people and asking enough people to check out your products or schedule a call with you, or book a free call or join your free community or whatever it is that you are promoting right now. So when I have filled myself up and reminded myself of my purpose and my passion before I sit down, it allows me to weather all of that, and not just weather it in like a getting through kind of way, but to still be excited about it, be excited for work, be excited for that no, be excited for that conversation that I'm going to have with the next new person. And then a harmony routine is when I am ready to close up my planner, close up my books for the day, close my computer, sign off, log out for the day. I do a harmony routine, and it starts literally sitting at my desk. And these are the things to remind myself, number one, that what the work that I have done today, the hustle I have done today is enough. It's enough to move my business forward. It's enough for the success that I want to see. It was exactly what was meant to get done today. No matter how much or how little happened, That was what the plan for today was. And then the harmony routine allows me to go enjoy the people, the places, the things in my life, which are the reason why I'm working this hard. It's the reason why we're hustling, right? To create those memories. So it's important to be intentional about that, because I know me, when I first started my own business, me, when I was working with my husband's business a lot, was a total train wreck with this. And then it got even worse with my own personal business. My messenger notifications were on. I would be answering messages at all time, all place, date night. Like, it did not matter. Like, babies crying up in the middle of the night, nursing the baby, completely exhausted and burned out. And I'm trying to I'm like, oh, somebody messaged me. No. If you have to, which is what I had to do, because honestly, all those pop-ups just created anxiety. There is a lot of research that all of those notifications and things coming in on your phone, it is so detrimental to your mindset. It actually creates a little burst of dopamine, which makes you feel really good in the moment. You're like, I have to open this and see what it is. But then it leaves you needing more and more and more. And that's part of why, my husband was so sick of my business. I guarantee he did not want me to keep working on my business. He wanted me to quit. He wanted me to close my doors because it was taking away time from us, because my head was 100% in my phone at all times. And I was never present with the people in my life. So this is kind of a little extra special add-on tip for you. Turn the notifications off. Even if you want them on while you're hustling, keep them on then. And then when you're sitting down, make part of that harmony routine is you going through and turning that stuff off. You can also, I do have an iPhone. On the iPhone, you can set times where certain apps will just turn off and you don't have access to them anymore. And I have that set because I know for me, social media, any kind of online shopping, I will stay up way too late browsing. There is a whole list of them. I leave on meditation apps, affirmation apps, books, so I can still read. That's part of what I do to unwind. So there are some things I have access to, and text messages, because it's my family who has my text number, and very important people who know and respect my boundaries and my time. And they know that they will only text me. The people in business who have my cell phone number, they'll only text me if it really, truly is an emergency. And they know my phone goes on do not disturb. So after a certain time, I am just not going to see it, and I'll get back to it in the morning. I highly, highly recommend do what you need to do, because again, if you are using the excuse of, I am going to miss out on memories with my family, I'm going to miss out on that family time, don't you dare have your notifications going off at all times, especially for your business. Do yourself, and especially do your family, a favor and turn that stuff off. And maybe this is a little tough love, but that's what I'm here for, is to give you the tools that you need to be successful so that you can hustle when you're hustling. And then you can also have that time with your family rather than just being like, I just need to check out for 2 or 3 months. So let's move on. So my last big tip here to help you is to intentionally reach out and reach up. And I just want to share with you first, before I read this quote, the concept of the 3 levels of reach. So every single person in your life, you are either reaching down, which that is not to say, that is not a diss on anybody or a slight on anybody, but it's more looking at that level of growth that you've had, how you're pursuing your goals, how you're pursuing your business, how serious you are about your business, where you say you want your business to take you, where you want to take your business. So the thing is, 95 to 98% of our time, we are actually spending time with people who we're reaching down to. That can be, I think, probably if you've done any level of personal growth, probably a lot of your friends and family have not done that same personal growth, and spending time with them might be a reach down. And again, this is not to like offend anybody or to hurt anybody's feelings or to slight anybody. It's just the honest facts. Likewise too. So your social media followers, chances are they are not at that level of personal growth that you are. If you are somebody who works with a team and you are a leader of a team of any kind, anybody on your team, if you are the leader, most of your team is going to be reaching down. Your clients who you are serving, those are down. And again, this is not to like say anything. That's why they're working with you, because you, for them, are a reach up. How amazing is that you get to be their reach up? So we spend most of our time with that. So if you think about that, 95 to 98% of your time is spent with people who you are reaching down. And what that means is that all of the personal growth, let's say you're spending 100% of your time. And I know in my business, I have been in a situation where I have been spending probably close to 100% of my time with people who are at a just further back in their personal growth journey than I am. And when you are spending all that time, basically your personal growth time is literally there just to maintain your status quo. All that time and effort and energy you're putting into personal development and mindset work and all of that is literally just to bring you back up from giving so much to all those other people. So it is really, really important for you to find communities or to find people and mentors in your life and in your business who are reach outs. Number one, who are on that same level with you, that same playing field, because those people it's going to be an equal give and take, right? Your growth is pretty personal growth is pretty similar. Your business growth is probably pretty similar. And so like you're giving, but you're also receiving. And it's a very like back and forth flow of energy and ideas and all of that. So that's your reach outs. And then obviously reach ups. Find some people in your life who you look up to. And this can be people from afar. I have definitely used some of my favorite like authors or leaders as like personal growth, like listening to a book or something. Like if I am spending enough time with them, I am considering that a reach up. But it is so critical as well that you find somebody in person. And virtually in person works too. Like somebody you're actually like talking to in real time, real life, who can be that mentor for you. I know for me, I've invested a lot working with coaches because they are that step ahead of where I am. And they are that mentor for me. And every single, even though at the time it's always been like, I cannot believe I'm about to invest this much in a personal coach. Every single time it has come back to me tenfold. And that was because I was giving myself that person in my life who was there to help me level up. So the quote I want to share with you is the greatest force on the planet is that we become consistent and congruent with the standards of our peer group. Who you surround yourself with, their standards are where you are going to either rise to and align yourself with and do like fall into line with, not in like a bad way, but fall into line with what their standards are, or you're going to come down or you're going to maintain status quo. So think very hard about who it is that you are surrounding yourself with. And again, That's not to say like we are business owners. We have to be reaching down because those are the people who need our services. Those are the clients who need to work with us. And I think the thing is, the reason I bring this up and spend so much time sharing this with you is that I think often that's the easy part for us. It's more the reaching out and reaching up. We feel like maybe I'm wasting my time. Maybe that comes with a financial investment. And I don't know if I'm ready to make that. I don't know if it's going to be worth it. But this is going to be critical because let's talk about how this philosophy, how this 3 levels of reach applies to the holidays. If you are in a community of other business owners, or you have friends who are business owners or work on a team with other business owners, solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, however you want to think about it, if you work on or are surrounded by these people, let's say you are surrounding yourself with the people who are going to sit back and coast and are like, okay, I'm just going to kind of unplug from my business for the next couple of months because life is super busy. And like my kids have all these holiday things on the weekends and I have family coming into town and I'm cooking our big holiday dinner and I have to do the grocery shopping for that. So like, it's just going to be so busy. I think I'm just going to kind of unplug and I'll just come back in January. If those are the people you're surrounding yourself with right now, I would put money on where your level of action is going to go. It's going to lean. It's not to say that you're definitely going to just fall in line and do whatever they're doing, but you're going to be pulled more in that direction. Whereas if you surround yourself with a community of people or a mentor who is like, no, let's slay. Let's get after our business these last few months. And that does not mean that we're working any more hours. We are not working more hours, but we are going to do all the things in this workshop. We are going to bring that urgency and that intensity and that energy and that creativity and that focus to our work time. We are going to make sure that we are spending time on ourselves so that we have the energy to then have that focus time. And our focus time is that much more powerful. And we are going to get it done. And then we are going to go and unplug and we are going to enjoy every single moment of what we have worked so hard for. If that's the type of person you are surrounding yourself with, I can pretty much guarantee that your actions are going to be very different than if you surround yourself with that first group. And that is exactly why I have created a community of amazing entrepreneurs who are not wanting to work harder. They want to work smarter. They want to do all of these things. They want a laid out system, step by step. Tell me what to do. And they are not willing to coast because they know that then the climb back up to build that momentum up is going to be 10 times as hard come the beginning of the year. They want to bring that intensity to their business at all times of the year. And the crowdsourcing of wisdom that happens in there is absolutely amazing. So I have created this community, this place to share my step-by-step system. Would it be okay if I took a couple of minutes to share that with you? Because I am just so passionate and so excited about this amazing community. So before we dive into that, I just want to share again, this is a quote from my business mentor, Josh Coates. The best version of you will figure it out. The worst version of you, she doesn't stand a chance. And she also has a typo in her quote. Okay. So yeah, spelling has never been my strong suit. I need to proofread that slide apparently. So the worst version of you is who is going to come out if you're not taking care of yourself, if you are just being like, whatever, I'm just going to kind of give up right now. That is not the best version of you. The best version of you will figure this out, will figure out how to have both It's not an or situation. You can have and. You can have a badass, rocking, kick-ass business, and you can spend time with your family over the holidays and not sacrifice that time and those memories. You get both. So I'm going to show you how. I have created this Own Your Brand Mastermind. I have down there, be better than yesterday. So my business name is Better Than Yesterday. That is a philosophy that I have carried with me over from when I first started my personal growth. And it has done me so good to just keep that philosophy. We don't have to have overnight success. That's not how things work. We just have to be a little bit better than we were yesterday. So this Own Your Brand focus of what I am doing in my Better Than Yesterday mastermind for the next 3 months is what I would like to share with you. That is okay. So what is this group? This is a group for the absolute busiest solopreneurs, people who need that intense focus that I've been talking about in their business. When you sit down for that work time, you have that intense focus and you have belief, because we all know if you don't have belief in what you're doing, and if you don't have belief that you are worthy of success, you are just going through the motions. So that intense focus and belief so that you can get the most production, the most results for your time without getting burned out. I've been in that burnout state before, and we are not going there. We are going to do everything that we can in our power and stay out of that place of burnout. So what does this mastermind do? It combines the mindset work that you need. We all know we need to spend time in gratitude and working on those kinder beliefs. We're busting through those limiting beliefs that we all have. So the mindset work that you need with that support that you crave, this amazing community of other women and men to lift you up, personal coaching. Like I mentioned, having somebody who is a mentor, and I will be there to personally coach you. Like, you bring your personal things you need help talking through and working through to the call, and I will coach you like a one-on-one coaching session on the live calls. So that personal coaching that you long for. I know for me, there have been so many times where I'm like, I am running into this and I just wish I had the right person to talk through this with me. Like, help, somebody come give me the personal help I need. That is included. And the family you've always wished for, because we are like a family in there. We are so close. So I would love for you to drop in the comments, or if you are watching the recording, let's just jot down on your notebook. I know that you arrived with pen and paper to take notes. So one last little note here. So what do you need help with? Write down the number. Number one, if you need help with accountability to show up, put that hustle time in, and do the work that you need to do to build your business. Number two, write down if you need help with a strategy. Number three, if you need help with your belief and your confidence. Number four, if you need help with your leadership. Number five, if you need help with that marketing. And of course, you can write down a number six if you're like, do I have to pick just one? Like, I need every single one of those. Write down that number six and drop it in the comments. I can't wait to see what you guys say. So what if I could help you solve all of them? So let's chat about this. The Own Your Brand Better Than Yesterday Mastermind. I am super excited to keep adding amazing people, because we all are reaching out, lifting each other up. So what is this? This gives you a clear strategy, which is that consistency that you need in your business, a powerful mentor, which is that intensity. You're going to get on these live calls and just have so much energy coming off of them to go crush your business. a driven community, right? We are surrounding ourselves with people who are driven and motivated just like we are. And that is going to fuel your worth. And then focus is so important. That focus time, consistency plus intensity plus worth plus time equals anything you want to have, that business success. So I will give you in this mastermind, you get my step-by-step heart, hustle, and harmony system. Yes, Reese, you're thirsty. What happened to your water? Okay, well, you can grab it or go get a new cup, bud. So you will get my step-by-step proven system, which is going to give you that heart, that hustle, and that harmony. You will know exactly what to do every single day to get each one of those in your life, what specific activities to do, because a successful business is only part of the equation. You need the heart plus the hustle plus the harmony to equal both a successful business and a successful human, because let's face it, that's what we all really want to be, right? So what does the mastermind include? Number one, you will get weekly calls, like I mentioned. So you will get weekly hot seat personal coaching on most calls. There will be a large chunk of time at the end for you to come on and ask your own personal question, or just say, I'm running into this. Like, I feel like I'm kind of struggling, or this was a really big challenge this week. And I will personally coach you through it. I am a push coach. So I am trained in knowing how to coach you through all of that and push you to your full potential. You will get live workshops on a lot of these calls, which are going to help to train you on the mindset, the strategy, and the marketing. We're going to dive into all of those. I will also answer questions. If you cannot be on the live call, there is a weekly post for you to drop your questions into, and then I will address them on the call. Or if I feel like, hey, maybe like just go having a quick live video right now would be better, I will do that. So your personal questions will get answered from the Facebook group thread. We will also have monthly themes to really help you hyper focus in on the content. And just to give you a little bit of background, our month one is on embracing your worth, all that mindset and belief and owning your power. Month two is on time and energy management, because both of those are super important. It's really going to help you with that focus aspect. And month three is all about even more strategy and marketing. You will have, I'm actually going to jump down to the daily tracker section now, because all of that is laid out for you on the daily tracker. So it's not like you have to wait for month three to know what to do or to get that strategy. You get that day one of you coming into the group. It is already all in there for you. A walkthrough video on how to use it, 2 different formats of the tracker. And I am working on more special things right now as we speak that will really help you embrace these tracker activities. So it's going to combine that hustle and that heart and that harmony. The tracker is going to make sure you get the most important things done. So you're not just sitting there clicking around being like, I don't know what to do. Like, it's going to give you the things you need to do. And it's going to help you bookend your day and then close out business and go enjoy your family time. There is also a Facebook community group. So we have, again, the weekly question thread so that you get live feedback, even if you can't be on the calls live. And we also, like I had mentioned before, crowdsourcing wisdom is so critical, in my opinion, because even though I have been a business owner for 20 years now, and even though I have a lot of experience and a lot of ideas, I definitely don't pretend that I have all the answers, or, we all have a little bit of different perspective and take on things. And maybe something someone else has done, or just the way they say it, is what you need to hear. So we have that community of other entrepreneurs to surround yourself with, all those people to reach up and out to, right? This is your group of those last 2 levels of reach. So again, this is your new roadmap to success without the burnout. So you might be wondering now, you're like, okay, this all sounds amazing, but like, that sounds really expensive. What does it cost? So normally being a member of a Facebook group like this with me would be about $60 a month. Live weekly calls, $400 a month for group coaching. Success tracker, that tracker and the activities in there is gold. That is, would normally be $100 a month if you were like, I just want a tracker, and you to help keep me accountable for it. I am also throwing in a couple of bonuses. So the first 5 people who commit to this mastermind starting today, the first 5 people will get a one-on-one coaching session with me. My one-on-one coaching sessions right now are $200 a piece. So that is huge value. Your bonus 2 is if you sign up today, when you are watching this, sign up today and you will get a free HHH journal, Heart Hustle Harmony, and that is $40. So the total value, if you add all of this up, is $800 or $2,400 for 3 months. But we are not going to charge that much. I want to make sure that this is an investment, that you can feel good about investing in yourself and your business. I know that especially this time of year, we all have a lot of outgoing income and maybe it makes you a little nervous to invest $2,400 into your business right now. And so that's part of why I want to help you be able to do this. So the Own Your Brand Mastermind, what I am going to do for you is it is $1,080 for 3 months. That's including if you pay in full, that includes your pay in full discount. Or if you need a payment plan, I totally understand. I've been there and I 100% offer payment plans. Payment plans are $400 a month. That does not include any of the bonuses. You do need to do the pay in full in order to get the bonuses, but you also get a discount with the pay in full, which is pretty amazing. So I also have another option for you. So as you might have been able to tell, I am big into self-care. I am big into taking care of yourself. And I firmly believe that one of the keys of my business success has been my health and fitness journey that I have gone on alongside of my business owner journey. There was a long time in business that I was not taking care of myself or my health and fitness. And then when I did, it was completely revolutionary. And I think part of that, honestly, it's great to like look good and feel confident in your body. That counts for a lot. But even more than that, what exercise and fitness and taking care of yourself, fueling your body in a healthy way with healthy, nutritious foods, what that does for you is that it builds that mental clarity. It builds, like, honestly, it's more of the mental health and that challenge. If you can do a 30-minute workout that is pushing you so far that you're like at the beginning, I don't know if I can finish this, or like, this is going to be a big challenge. And then you do it, that is building that confidence in business as well. It's building that mental strength. So I also offer fitness support for people. So I have a mastermind option. There will be, so just a heads up on your tracker, there is a box that you need to check off saying that you got intentional movement in, because that's how much I believe that business success comes from moving your body, getting your endorphins flowing. And it's not to say that it has to look one way or another. With the fitness support, you will have access to all kinds of different workouts. I am not saying you have to go do like an hour-long crazy boot camp craziness. No. there are lots of other options that I have for you with the fitness support. So don't worry, you're not going to like sign yourself up for something crazy, but I just want to make sure that if you don't have that fitness solution and maybe you're just like, I want to try something different, I'm like kind of stuck where I am, or I'm bored, or like, I just want to do that with you too. That actually includes a whole other accountability group for the health and fitness side of things, including the 1 year of fitness support. So the way that that breaks out is you will pay $1,000 for the Mastermind, which includes your pay in full discount, and then around $160 for the fitness support. I actually have some options right now for $140, which is amazing. Or the more options you add on, some of our like starter packages are a little bit more for the fitness support side of things. So roundabout, you're going to end up paying for the pay in full for 3 months. It's $1,060. So again, I also totally offer a payment plan for this option as well, because I know that not everybody has that investment right up front. So for the Mastermind and fitness support, it would be $333.33 a month for the Mastermind portion of it, and then $160 for fitness support. You would need to invest the first month for the Mastermind and the fitness support this first month, and then after that it's just that $333 a month. So it's not like you're paying the $160 every single month. That's a one-time thing. So that adds up to $1,160. And again, no bonuses with the payment plan, but it still is an amazing deal if you need to just pay for a little bit at a time. So again, like, let's chat about these bonuses. So the first 5 people from this call or this workshop who sign up get a one-on-one coaching session. And if you sign up today watching this, you get a free HHH journal. Pretty cool. So here is where you can sign up. So I will also drop it here in the chat for anybody on live. There you guys go. So you can go to this website and both options are on there. I should say all 4 options are on there, both with fitness support, without fitness support, and then the pay in full with the discount or the monthly payment plan. So I'll just take a minute for you if you want to kind of snap that or pause, like screenshot it or pause and write it down, go type it into your web browser. There's also a lot more detail on there too. If you're like, no, this was amazing. Like, I want like a little bit, I want to read some more details. If you're one of those people who loves to like go through and overanalyze everything, I know, I see you, because I am similar. Even though I often am like, I'm doing that. Yes. Then I have to go read every single thing about it before I actually click the purchase button. So I gotcha. If you're sitting there, so number one, if you have already decided like, yes, this is my thing, I need this mentorship, I need this community, I need that outreach and upreach. And I am not willing to do this, to let my business coast for the last couple of months. I'm not willing to let my business coast for the holidays. I need this in my life. I am so excited to welcome you into our community. But I know for some people, especially when you then see the investment, for some people, it's like, feel a little bit of resistance maybe. And I just want you to give you permission to question that resistance, because a lot of like, maybe it is valid. Maybe it's something that this is not the right time for you. And that is totally a-okay, 100% okay. But I also know that I have had times where I get super excited. I hear like all the details and I'm like, yes, 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 I need this. I would have answered like 6. I need all of this. Like, this is amazing. And I want to do something so badly. And then I get to the end, I'm like, I just don't know why I'm feeling this way. And the thing is, we have limiting beliefs. We all have limiting beliefs. We always will have limiting beliefs. When you work through one of them often and you hit that next level of success, you often have more limiting beliefs that come up. So I get it. Because those limiting beliefs, they're trying to keep you safe. They're trying to protect you. They are trying to keep you in that comfort area. And that's what they're supposed to do. That's how nature designed that. But that also does not always benefit us as business owners when our fire alarm is going off, going fire, 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 like trying to keep us safe. And we're like, yeah, but it's not a fire. It's just like something different than I've ever done before. And that makes me a little uncomfortable. So I want you to really, if you are feeling that resistance right now of like, you are so excited and then you're like, I don't know if I'm ready to click that sign up button. Like I want to, but something's just holding me back. I want you to sit there and question yourself. Really think through this. And this is part of what we're going to learn to do in the mastermind is work through like, where is that coming from? Because we all often have something pop up in our head and we're like, I was so excited about that. Like, where is this coming from? And I want you to really sit there and walk yourself through. Is this the wrong fit? And it's okay if it is. Not everything's going to be the totally right fit. It's okay if this is the wrong fit. I hope you still took some amazing tips and ideas out of this, ways to keep your business propelled through the next few months. That is what I wanted for you out of this workshop. But maybe you're sitting there being like, yeah, this resistance, like, I don't feel like this is the wrong fit. As you were talking, like, I was so excited. I was like, yes, I'm all in, but now I'm feeling this come up. And again, Push Coach is coming out. Got a little tough love for you. Is maybe that resistance coming from you looking for a way out? So just let that sit. And I'm going to close this out. Thank you so much to everybody who was able to be on live with me today. Thank you so much for taking the time. If you watched the recording, again, my hope and wish for you out of this is that you have the most amazing, most kick-ass next few months in your business, that you bring that intensity, that you bring that focus, that your business explodes. And I hope that a few of you I will be seeing in the mastermind working so much more closely. I cannot wait to be your push performance coach for the next few months, the next 3 months to be exact. And yes, I'm super excited to do this. So have a great rest of your day, and I will chat with you soon.